This lesson should be more or less a review for a lot of you, but for those of you who are struggling with this will also help you as well. This lesson is multiplying positive integers, and for this first page, I want you to see something very simple. If we take 4 rows and multiply by 3 columns, we get what? 12 total blocks here, right? Now the thing is, we could flip the shape over, and we would now have 3 rows and 4 columns. But the real gist of it is you're still going to get the same number of blocks, which is 12. So in math, it doesn't matter the order in which you multiply numbers, you get the same answer back. You still get 12 blocks. We can see this on this page as well. A 2 by 4 is the same as a 4 by 2. We get 8 total blocks. It doesn't matter the order in which you multiply them. Also, a 6 by 1 is the same as a 1 by 6. So the order in which you multiply numbers doesn't matter. We can see this also in this illustration of baskets of apples. If you have 3 baskets and each basket has 5 apples, you have 15 total. Well, it really wouldn't matter if you had 5 baskets with 3 apples in them, you'd still have 15 total apples. So the order of which you multiply doesn't matter, you get the same answer. We're going to use that concept as we multiply positive integers. By the way, what is a positive times a positive? Well, it's always going to be positive, right? Okay, so I want you to see 3 different ways of denoting multiplication. The first way is if you just put 2 numbers next to each other in parentheses, that means multiply. So this means 3 times 4. You can also use the old school method of the x, but we don't normally do that because x basically means a variable, and so we try to shy away from that. The third one, which is my personal favorite, is a dot between them. Okay, so a dot is more clear than an x. We know a dot doesn't mean a variable, it means multiply. So 3.4 means 3 times 4. All of these mean to multiply 3 times 4, or any 2 numbers. So first example, 8 times 7. 8 times 7 is just 56. This is just knowing your times tables. I would recommend knowing them up to 14 times 14, which is 196, and everything below that. I personally know 15 times 15, 225. I've done math enough to know basically 16 times 16, which is 256. After that, it gets a little hazy, but certainly know up to 14 times 14. All right, next we have 13 times 14. If you don't personally know it, you can go ahead and do a long multiplication problem. You're still going to get the same answer. You would do 3 times 4, which is 12, carry your 1, right? And then, and then you do 4 times 1, which is 4. Add the 1 that you carried, which gives you 5. All right, and then add your 0 and finish out your process. You get 182. So if you don't remember it, do the long version of multiplication. Now, the reason we studied the order in which you multiply is because if you have 3 different numbers, it doesn't matter. You could actually do 4 times 5 first and then times 3, or you could do 3 times 4 times 5. In this case, actually, even though I did it that way from left to right, you could do 4 times 5, which is 20 times 3. You're still going to get the same answer, which is 60. So the order in which you multiply those numbers does not matter. Final example, we have 3 numbers next to each other in parentheses. Again, that just means multiply. And like I said, you can do the first 2 first, but generally just work from left to right. So we're going to do 12 times 7, which is 84. Multiply that by 2. Quick way for that, 80 times 2 is 160. 4 times 2 is 8. 160 plus 8 is 168. That's it for this lesson. It's very quick. Like I said, I'm just a review. Just remember that a positive times a positive is a positive. If you have any other questions about multiplying positive integers, let me know.